Welcome to Digimasters Shorts. We are your hosts, Adam Nagus
and Carly Wilson, delivering the latest scoop from the digital realm. A recent UK-wide survey by the Chartered Management Institute reveals a rising trend in workplace surveillance, with about 1 in 3 employers using Bossware to monitor staff activities. Common methods include tracking emails, web browsing, and recording screen activity, particularly in private companies. Despite these practices, less than 20% of employees believed they were being monitored in 2023, suggesting many remain unaware of the extent of surveillance. The technology aims to prevent security risks and detect productivity issues, but is causing concern among workers and some managers. Many managers criticize monitoring for undermining trust and invading privacy, with some describing it as unsettling. One insurance firm uses AI to track screen activity, raising fears of potential job displacement. The Information Commissioner's Office insists employers must be transparent about monitoring and warns against excessive surveillance, especially for remote staff. Recent examples include HSBC's extensive security cameras and biometric readers, and PwC's system tracking office attendance through Wi-Fi and pass swipes. The study found mixed opinions among managers, with 53% supporting monitoring but 42% opposing it, citing concerns about fairness and trust. Workplace surveillance continues to spark debate over privacy, employee relations, and its actual impact on performance.
OpenAI's latest research paper offers a rigorous mathematical explanation for why AI language models like ChatGPT produce false information, known as hallucinations. The study reveals that these errors are not just due to flawed training data, but are mathematically inevitable given how language models predict words based on probabilities. Hallucination rates increase because mistakes can accumulate with each predicted word in a sentence, making complex responses more error-prone than simple yes-no answers. The research also shows that the less frequently a fact appears in training data, the more likely the model is to hallucinate when asked about it. Despite efforts like human feedback to reduce hallucinations, current evaluation benchmarks penalize AI systems equally for admitting uncertainty and for providing wrong answers, encouraging models to always guess. OpenAI proposes scoring systems that reward AI for expressing confidence and uncertainty, which could reduce hallucinations but may degrade user experience, as users prefer confident answers. Implementing uncertainty-aware models requires substantially more computation, making them costly for consumer applications that demand instant responses. However, in critical fields like finance or healthcare, where errors have high costs, such computational investments are justified and necessary. The paper ultimately highlights a misalignment between consumer AI business incentives and the goal of minimizing hallucinations, suggesting that without changing these incentives, hallucinations will continue to persist. Anthropic has introduced WebFetch, a new tool currently in beta that enables developers to integrate web page and PDF content retrieval directly into Claude API requests. This tool allows Claude to fetch, analyze, and even cite content from any URL with a simple API call addition. WebFetch supports URLs leading to HTML pages, documents, changelogs, policy pages, and research PDFs, making it ideal for building AI agents that require reliable and grounded web reading capabilities. Developers can implement WebFetch easily by adding it to their API requests and customizing parameters like maximum fetches or citation options. The tool automatically extracts full text content from web pages and PDFs, providing Claude with structured data for in-depth analysis. WebFetch can be paired with web search to first locate relevant pages and then perform detailed content rendering and summarization. This new feature opens possibilities for AI agents that perform deep research, customer support link examinations, and more, with secure and predictable results free from unreliable scrapers. Though still in beta, WebFetch promises a streamlined workflow from URL input to insightful outputs. For teams aiming to ground AI in real-time web data, this could represent a significant advancement. Anthropic's WebFetch offers a native, low-friction solution to enable AI agents to closely read and understand online content.
California's state Senate has given final approval to SB 53, a significant AI safety bill imposing new transparency requirements on large AI companies. Authored by State Senator Scott Wiener, the bill mandates AI labs to disclose their safety protocols and establishes whistleblower protections for employees. It also calls for the creation of a public cloud service, CalCompute, to expand access to computational resources. The bill now awaits the signature or veto of Governor Gavin Newsom, who previously vetoed a broader AI safety measure but supported narrower regulations targeting issues like deepfakes. Weiner revised the bill based on recommendations from an expert AI policy panel convened by Newsom. The latest amendment differentiates disclosure requirements based on company revenue, with firms earning under $500 million needing to release only high-level safety information. The bill faces opposition from Silicon Valley companies, venture capital firms, and lobbying groups concerned about overlapping regulations with federal and European standards. OpenAI advocates for compliance with existing federal and international rules to avoid regulatory duplication. Critics also warn that state-level AI regulations may breach constitutional limits on regulating interstate commerce. Despite these challenges, AI leaders like Anthropic's Jack Clark praise SB 53 as a meaningful governance framework in the absence of federal standards. Shortly after the fatal shooting of right-wing commentator Charlie Kirk, several suspicious books appeared on Amazon related to the incident. Titles like The Legacy of Charlie Kirk and The Shooting of Charlie Kirk, a comprehensive account, were published within hours of the event, raising concerns. One of these books controversially showed a publishing date a day before Kirk's death. Amazon confirmed that this was a technical glitch, and the books were actually published after the shooting on September 10th. The books were swiftly removed for violating Amazon's content guidelines. Investigation revealed that these titles were AI-generated, with no human authorship behind them. AI platforms can produce books quickly, but often include errors and misinformation, as seen during the initial reporting of the shooting. The listed author names, such as Anastasia J. Casey, had no online presence, suggesting fictitious identities. Amazon allows anyone to self-publish without prior printing, enabling these rapid uploads. The incident highlights challenges in controlling AI-generated content on major retail platforms.
Thank you for listening to today's AI and Tech News podcast summary. Please do leave us a comment, and for additional feedback, please email us at podcast@digimasters.co.uk. You can now follow us on Instagram and Threads by searching for @Digimaster Shorts or search for Digimasters on LinkedIn. Be sure to tune in tomorrow and don't forget to follow or subscribe.